Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm just going to show you guys some basic util that you should know on Vertigo for your games, which will help your gameplay. The first one here is for the CT side. You sort of come up here along this wall, aim there, and then run throw. And you throw when your crosshair gets to the light. That'll bounce off here and land down into ramp for anyone wanting to push up ramp here. On 64 tick it does go a little bit, 108 tick, sorry, it does go a little bit deeper. You can also couple that up with a flash for your team. So if you throw that out and give communication to teammates, it'll pop just up there, right about there, and your teammates can come down, swing with the flash, and anyone pushing this smoke there will be full blind, ready for you to kill. And then you can also couple it up if you come around to sight, stand around over here, aim here and throw your mollies off. That will molly off sight as well if anyone's pushing up aggressively through the smoke. If you're on T side, starting with B site, if you come up here, aim around this hole here, and in the middle of this wood, or sorry, concrete, throw this up, this will bounce off the orange box, and it will smoke cross. So when you're crossing sight, anyone standing here won't be able to see you guys. What they often do is they stand here and they wait for a push through the smoke and try and catch you off guard if you're not checking it properly. So what I usually like to do is, if I'm not the blown planter, I'll come around, I'll spray down here with whatever gun I have, and more times than not, it will end up in a kill because they have nowhere to go if it's up behind the smoke. It's, you know, if you've got a good spray control, you'll get a kill if somebody's standing behind here, which they often do. Also, once you've done that, you can also throw up a flashbang here. I usually like to throw a little bit more to the right, it's about there, and that will also flash in your teammates coming into ramps. Throw a flashbang, they peek this, anyone holding that, they're full blind, and you also get a few seconds to come up, and then you can also prep your util here. If you come here, aim the top of this arrow, aim between the moss and the metal beam here, right in between on the top bit here, and throw. That will molly off anybody's on the headshot here, holding this angle, and you can also do the exact same thing with a smoke if you don't have a molly, to just get them off the angle. If you are playing for mid and you're worried about somebody holding Guardian, come around here, do it on the fly, aim in this corner here and just throw, and that will molly off anybody up here on Guardian. And you can also do this with a smoke if you don't have a molly as well, but usually a molly's just a little bit better for that, just to get the control of it. When you're taking a site here from spawn, if you come over here, aim for this corner here of the little rectangle on the crane and jump throw bind. It does also work on 128 tick. I'm currently doing this focus on 64 tick. It will land around about here, and the Ivy player here, the short player, won't be able to see much. So when you guys are pushing up ramp here, you don't really have to worry about short. If somebody's checking it, they have to wide swing past the smoke to actually look into ramp, and it's a really easy trade if they manage to catch one of you guys off guard. And then you can just sort of throw around about here, a little bit up, and that will get behind sandbags really nicely for anyone camping behind there on the molly. For sight smokes, there's three you really need to know. First one, you come into this corner here, where this sort of white line here meets with the yellow section, this yellow pole here. Jump throw bind. Also works on 128 tick if you're playing face it. Smoke's off left side here, and if you couple that up with the smoke here, you line with the bolt, you can also do it on the fly and line that corner. I find this is like the perfect positioning, but you know, you can also just smoke it on the fly, you don't have to do it properly. Come up here, anyone playing headshot can't see anything unless they come up here and play with a little bit of a one-way, which you've got to be careful of, but if they do jump up there, just keep an eye out on it. When they first originally jump up, you'll see their head and you'll just know to spray it down, and you just pretty much always ends up in a free kill. Also, if you want to come over here, line up with these, sort of like this blue line here, where the blue and white meet up, stand up, aim up here where this little red bit is, and just throw, and this will smoke off headshot here, or heaven even. This will smoke off heaven, so anyone playing up here will be smoked off and won't be able to see anything on the site. Also, there's some more CT util once this smoke dissipates. When people come up and plant on the A site, they almost always plant right here in this corner or somewhere around here because it's the most hidden spot. Unless you're headshot, but headshot is usually smoked off. And if you're on the CT side, you hear them plant there. There's two things you can do. You can do double nades. One teammate comes here, aims around about where this little bolt is here, and a little bit above it, and throw. That will land right above their heads. And if you couple that up with a teammate up here, around about here, it has to be perfect. Aiming in between these two red bits, and they just do a front throw. That will couple it up there and land around about there. And anyone planting here will be double naded and should die with 100 HP and full armor. If you don't have a double nade, what you can also do by yourself with a Molotov is come up here, same position, same lineup, run throw, and that will molly off anybody planting. That a little bit wrong. Let me try that again one more time. Come up here, run throw. Don't know why that's landing on the box. Should not be. Let me see if I can run a little bit further. There you go. Oh, yeah, it keeps landing on the box. Oh no, it does get them if they're landing here. Yep, so do that throw. If there's even been planting over here, it will burn them to death. And that will just get a bit of anti-plant. Ideally, don't really want it to land on the box, you want to land on the floor. So I'm going to try one more time. It was landing on the floor earlier, I don't know what I'm doing differently. Yeah, a little bit more to the left. Yeah, aim is just slightly more to the left, that was the issue. And then yeah, it lands right nicely here, and it'll just burn the hell out of anybody trying to plant on site, especially in default. If they're planting over here, you know, they don't often do, but if they do, it won't work. But when somebody's planting, you hear plant, most of the time you just assume they're planting default, especially if they haven't got full control of the site and you're playing behind smokes. Do a double nade, instant kill the guy, or throw a molly, burn him out, and stop the plant, and it will also save you some time. Stop the plant happening, maybe the smoke's dissipated by that time and you can actually get control of the site and they haven't got bombed down, which is really, really useful in this map. Anyway guys, cheers for watching. This is some basic util for Vertigo when you're playing it in your competitive matches. Give them a go. All these smokes and nades and blah 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 work on 64 tick and 1 in 28 tick. And yeah, happy gaming.